Yamunatiravanachari Yaradhamadava Kunjabihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabihari Radha Madhava Kunjabihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabihari Shri Radha Madhav ki Jai Shri Kishore Kishori ki Jai Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande. So, the devotees invited me to speak about the Bhagavatam. First of all, I would like to thank you all very much for this beautiful service you're doing here to take care of Kishore Kishori for so many years. I can see they are very nicely worshipped and they feel happy. Your temple is beautiful, so it's very inspiring. I apologize, I am not a great speaker, but at the request of the devotees, I may try to say something. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It is written here, verse 31, 32, means I'm supposed to do both. Okay. 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 Krishna Sagarbha Jagato Tribara Vasanam. Krishna Sagarbha Jagato Tribara Vasanam. Parshni Prahara Pari Rugna Vanatapatram. Parshni Prahara Parirugna Vanatapatram. Drishtva himadyam upashe duramusya patnyam. Drishtva himadyam upase duramusya patnyam. Arta shlatadvasana bhushana keshabanda. Arta shlatadvasana bhushana klesha banda. Somebody wants to repeat? Okay. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I am born in Paris. Please forgive my French accent. I'll try my best. When Kaliya's wife saw how the serpent had become so fatigued from the excessive weight of Lord Krishna, who carries the entire universe in his abdomen, and how Kaliya's umbrella-like hoods had been shattered by the striking of Krishna's heels, they felt great distress. With their clothing, ornaments, and hair scattered in disarray, they then approached the eternal personality of Godhead. Purport. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Kaliya's wife had been disgusted with their husband because of his demoniac activities. They had been thinking, if this atheist is killed by the punishment of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then let him be killed. We will become widows and engage in the worship of the Supreme Lord. But then the ladies noticed Kaliya's facial expression and other bodily features, and they understood that Kaliya had indeed taken shelter of the Lord within his mind. Seeing that he was manifesting symptoms of humility, remorse, regret, and doubt, they thought, just see how fortunate we are. Our husband has now become a Vaishnava. Therefore, we must now endeavor to protect him. They felt affection for their repentant husband and severe distress because of his miserable position, and thus altogether they went into the presence of the Supreme Lord. Verse 32. Tamsta suvigna manaso tapurash kritarabha kayam nidaya bhuvi bhutapatim pranevu satvakritanjali bhuta samalasya bhartur mukship sava sharanadham sharanam prapanam. Their minds very much disturbed, those saintly ladies placed their children before them and then bowed down to the Lord of all creatures, laying their bodies flat upon the ground. They desired the liberation of their sinful husband and the shelter of the Supreme Lord, the giver of ultimate shelter, and thus they folded their hands in supplication and approached him. So they had hands. They were not snakes. they had hands, that means they were humans, no? Something like that. Snakes don't have hands. Om Aganati Mirandasya Ganam Janam Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goradvishe Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Vansakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangom Rangayate Girim Yad Kripam Tamaham Shiguru Dinataram. First of all, I would like to ask for the blessings of the Vaishnavas, especially the senior Vaishnavas, who are more senior than me, whom I should be listening to. Are you disciples of Prabhupada? In the Shiksha Parampara you are. Okay. So, this is Kalia. We are on the bank of the Yamuna. And Krishna has been dancing in the hoods of Kalia, thus smashing his pride. Kalia's pride has been smashed. And this is a great day when our pride has become smashed. No? Krishna is expert to smash the pride. Radhanath Maharaj says that when Krishna wants to make somebody humble, he knows perfectly how to do this with the greatest detail and perfection. How to make somebody humble. So this is Krishna's grace. He is smashing the ego of the lost living entities who have taken shelter of some demoniac mood. Asuram bhavam ashrita. Ashrita means the soul eternally is good, but due to misunderstanding, sometimes some souls, like me and others in this world, we take shelter. What is that? Asuram bhavam ashrita. We take ashrita means taking shelter of asuram bhavam. Bhavam means a mood, a feeling of demoniac mentality. It's not that the soul is demoniac. There is no demons. There is only servants of Krishna. Our philosophy, as Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj would say, as Vaishnava, Bhaktivinoda Thakur would say, is that everybody is a Vaishnava. There is no question of becoming a Vaishnava. Everybody is a Vaishnava. It's just that some of them recognize the fact and some of them don't recognize the fact that they are Vaishnavas. But everybody is already Vaishnava by nature. But due to some misconception, some of us, we do take shelter of some opposite mood or asuram. There is a sura, and sura means who has favorable mood toward Krishna, and asura means who take shelter of an opposite mood. That's the mistake Kaliya did also. But Krishna is the embodiment of compassion and mercy. So he wants everybody to come back to the favorable mood. Because when we are in the favorable mood, then love can manifest. And that's what Krishna is desiring. No? So Kaliya, in his unfavorable mood, he had really brought a big disturbance in Braj. No? Such a beautiful place like Braj. And by his poison, he had just spoiled the entire bank of the Yamuna, the river of the Yamuna. It is said that the water of the Yamuna at this place had become so poisonous that there was no more grass on the banks for many meters. The fragrance of the poison has just killed all the living entities also on the shore of the Yamuna, so it was all dead around. Can we imagine this in Krishna's eternal abode? Now, these are for the pastime of Krishna. So Krishna decided he will now give his mercy to Kaliya. And Krishna climbed into a tree. No? That tree is still here nowadays on the bank of the Yamuna. He climbed into that tree and then he tightened his belt. Krishna has a nice belt. He tightened it like this. He made himself ready and then he dove in the Yamuna and swam underwater till reaching Kaliya. And then Kaliya became very angry and started moving in all direction with great anger. And Krishna because Krishna is an artist, whatever Krishna does, he's perfect art. No? Like a dancer, Krishna just climbed one after another the hoods of Kaliya very fast, like this. And when he was on top, then Krishna started to dance. With his heels, lotus heels, Krishna started to smash head after head of Kaliya's snake. How many heads Kaliya had? Thousands? Huh? 100? 1,000? Thousands. That makes a good dance, If you have to smash all the 1,000 heads, that makes a good dance. And Kaliya was just struggling like anything, trying to fight with this young boy. And Krishna was just having a fun like anything, smashing, doing so many things at the same time, Krishna, just smashing the pride of Kaliya, but at the same time giving him great mercy by touching each and every of his hoods with great, how we could say, delicateness is English, placing the lotus of his feet on each head. And on top of that, making a very beautiful dance. No? Must have been such a beautiful dance, Krishna dancing like this on the hoods of Kalia. And everybody was so afraid on the shore. They were like stunned. They had become stunned. And the news reached up to Nandagram, where Nanda and Yasoda, they started to see some bad omens in the sky. You know? And they were thinking, what is? Normally there is never bad omens in Braj. But they understood in their heart something is happening to Krishna. So they started to run in the direction their heart was dictating to them. And then after some time, I think they found some footsteps of Krishna and started to follow that. No? And then they ran on the bank of the Yamuna, all the inhabitants of Nandagram, and they saw Krishna on the hood of Kariya. Their life kind of like stopped. It was too hard for them because Krishna is dearer to them than 1,000,000 times their own life. So this is very intense love, and they could not support to see the object of their love, who is dearer to them than 1,000,000 times their own life, in such a precarious situation. Because Kaliya was quite frightening snake. I guess he was huge. And snake is quite frightening. We may say we are Vaishnavas, we don't fear anything. But if snakes come, that's real snake, If he comes next to us, we will be frightened. Because there is this, it goes with the snakes, that feeling of fear. Because we know snake can kill you in few seconds, no? So that it's a question of life and death. So it was a question of life and death of that person who was so dear to them. So they just couldn't really relate. They didn't know how to deal with that, what they were seeing, so they just became stunned. And then they fainted, no? They all fainted. They collapsed on the bank of the Yamuna. And Krishna smashed Kaliya. And here, Sukadeva Goswami says that the wives of Kaliya, they could see that by the mercy of Krishna, the heart of Kaliya had changed. Very interestingly, Prabhupada says in the purport, seeing that he was manifesting symptoms of humility, remorse, and regret. They thought, just see how fortunate we are. Our husband has now become a Vaishnava. That means these are the qualities of a Vaishnava. Remorse, humility, and regret. A Vaishnava is very humble. That means he has lost his ego, that he is great. He has lost. He has realized, I am not great. That's the first quality of a Vaishnava. It's called Danya. No? We have to realize that was just an illusion. Our greatness was an illusion. We are absolutely not great. No, we are really miserable. We have to admit that and embrace that realization. I am not great. No? And that's actually a nice feeling. It's very relieving when we understand I am not great. We will become very light. Because that ego was so heavy, and that ego was checking us from experiencing the sweetness of Krishna. So when we understand I am not great, and then not only understanding we are not great, but also regretting that we have been so foolishly thinking that we were great, even though we were so miserable. Remorse and regret, it's very similar word. No? Remorse and regret, like synonyms. Patita Adama Ami, Narottam Das Thakur sings. You know what is the meaning of Adama? Adama means fallen. That's why in the Bible, he was called Adama, because he fell from the heaven. That's why this is Sanskrit name actually, Sanskrit word. Adama means who has fallen down. So Kaliya admitted that he was a fallen conditioned soul, or a miserable Kali Yuga creature. Miserable Kali Yuga creature. We have to admit how insignificant we are. And then when they saw that symptom in Kaliya's faces, they thought, oh, our husband has become a Vaishnava. That means this feeling makes one a Vaishnava. And then they thought, oh, we are indeed very fortunate. While previously they were thinking, let him die. This husband has been so much proud, so much atheistic. If he has to be killed, then let him die. They were ready to they were quite happy actually. No, they were thinking, okay, finally our husband will be killed and we will be peaceful, we'll be able to remain as widows, Vaishnavis, because they were Vaishnavis, no? I think they were Vaishnavis from the beginning, yeah? Somehow or other. This is the mystery of Krishna's pastime. These Vaishnavis that have been married to this snake. I don't know the story behind this, but finally they thought, oh, we have now to save him. They could see he has been blessed by Krishna. So they felt actually we are fortunate. And if we could serve him now, that will be for our benefit. Because serving those who have received the mercy of Krishna, this is the greatest fortune that we can have. No? Shuddha Bhakata Charanarenu Bhajana Anukula Bhakata Seva Paramasidi Premalati Karamula. By serving the Vaishnavas who have received the grace of Krishna, we have obtained the highest perfection, Paramasiddhi. Bhakata Seva, Paramasiddhi. This is the highest perfection, to be able to serve the Vaishnava. Why? Prime Latikara Mula. Because this is the root of the pure love for Krishna. Prema means pure love for Krishna. And there Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Prema Latika. Latika means Lata, Ika. Lata is a plant, and Latika is a small plant. Prema Latika, that plant of devotion, of love for Krishna, which is in the heart, will grow when we serve the Vaishnavas. Prema Latika Mula. This is the root. From that root of serving the Vaishnava, that plant of devotion will grow in our heart. So that is the good fortune. Sudhavakata Charanarinu. bhajana anukula. And by collecting the dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotee who has received Krishna's grace, our bhajan will be inspired. That means when we serve the Vaishnava, inside our heart something will appear when we will chant the name of Krishna. Like Narottam Das Thakur wrote, Vaishnava Charanarenu Koryo Bhushanatanu. You know this song we're chanting every morning. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakatis. We're stopping after Ebeyas Gushuk Tribhuvana. But actually it's not stopping. Narottam Das Thakur continued the song a little bit further. After Ebeyas Gushuk Tribhuvana, he wrote, Vaishnav Charana Renu Koryo Bhushanatanu. I will decorate my body with the dust coming from the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas. Because by doing so, one gets transcendental realization. So this is how a realization manifests in the heart. No? Otherwise, we may be chanting for thousands and thousands of lives, but the realization of the name of Krishna may not come. How the realization of Krishna's name will happen? By taking the dust of the feet of the Vaishnavas and putting it in our body. No? Vaishnava Charana Renu Karya Bhushana Tanu. We have the same word here. No? Vasana Bhushana. Bhushana means ornament. Narottam Das Thakur says, my ornament is the dust of the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas. This is the ointment I'm putting in my body. I'm smearing that dust with great care, like a woman is decorating her body, with some nice unguent, with great care. She will smear all over her body. Same with the same great care and same dedicateness, Narottam Das Thakur taking the dust of the Vaishnava and putting all over his body. Everywhere, like this, feeling great bliss. By doing so, he said, which other ornament is needed? No? This is the topmost ornament, he says. At the time of death, I wish only my body to be covered by the dust of the lotus feet of the Vaishnava, everywhere, like this. Like every morning, we dress Kishori, like Mother Yasoda is dressing Krishna in Nandagram, and like Radharani's maidservant, they are dressing Radharani in Javat or Varshana. They are also smearing on their body some very nice substance, fragrances. There are three kinds of decorations. One is dresses, by which we decorate Radha and Krishna. No? One kind are the dresses. The second kind are the ornaments we put on them, or jewels. And third kind are the ointments. We smear on their body some very nice fragrance. So you have to know, in the spiritual world, they are very expert to make amazing ointments for Radha and Krishna. Some bones, so many things made with very, very precious substances, like pollen, kumkum, so many beautiful things, different fragrances they will apply on Radha and Krishna's body, sandalwood paste. No? So when we're worshipping the deities, we're also doing this. No, in the morning, before bathing Kishore and Kishori, we offer them this Idam Sugandha Tailam. Idam Sugandha Tailam means we are massaging their body with perfumed oil. Should be first class oil from Vrindavan. Be careful because they are cheating. They are selling, Brajbasis. They are selling very bad oil. But we have to find very pure quality oil. And then we put on their body like this, from head to toe, from here to their feet. Pujari is massaging Kishore and Kishori like that. They are very small, must be very particular to massage Kishore, Kishori. Sometimes also we massage the bigger deities. Marble deities, they need massage also. Marble needs coconut massage. So sometimes, I don't know if you're doing it, if you're not, I encourage you to do, because the marble to keep beautiful among the years needs nourishment also. It's like living somehow or other. And if we don't do this, the marble will become stained and will lose its effulgence. So we also sometimes massage them with some coconut. So this is the great fortune of the pujari. Pujari is a very fortunate person. He can massage the bodies of the deities. Prabhupada's grace. No? Prabhupada said, I have installed deity worship in the land of the atheists. Those who were not believing in God, Prabhupada came and he installed the form of God in that country, and then he engaged us in serving that form, even up to the point of massaging their bodies, which is a very special service. Even in the spiritual world, it's not that everybody can give massage to Krishna, but the pujari has this chance in this world. Very special chance. So this is called Idam Sugandha Talyam. Who is the pujari knows what is that special bliss of massaging Radha and Krishna Gaur-Nitai with perfume oil. It's a very special feeling. So, like this in the morning, they smear Krishna and Radharani with some oils and ongans and sandalwood paste, different kinds of paste with colors. And this gives some shining to Radha and Krishna's body, increasing Radharani's shining. They smear over Radharani's body some kurkuma. You know what is kurkuma? Who is a cook knows what is kurkuma, no? Because when you are a cook, you have to understand kurkuma is like, how we say, turmeric. Yeah, it's like that color will not go out of your clothes. No? If you don't know how to manipulate, you will end up yellow cook very quickly. So they smear that on Radharani's already golden body, and that increases her gold, how we could say, her gold, her luster. That enhances her luster. Then she becomes more golden, like that. So different organs we put on their bodies. And Narottam Das Thakur said, the same way I'm putting that dust of the Vaishnavas upon my body, like this my luster will increase. No? This is the way to become shining. Effulgence comes by smearing on our body the dust of the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas. And more than this, Narottam Das Thakur says, by doing so, one will attain transcendental realization. This is the secret, no? Who could think that by putting the dust of somebody's feet on your body, you will attain transcendental realization? If we don't do so, our bhajan will become dry or dark. That means no realization will come. We may change the name of Krishna, but we will wander in the darkness of the forest where there is no moonshine, and we will be chanting, but there is no real taste for this chanting, and nothing happens in the heart, despite the fact that we are chanting, because we forgot to do that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also sings in the same song, Rasera Rasika Charane Sparasha. I will touch the lotus feet of those who are experiencing the nectar of chanting Krishna's name. And by touching their feet, that nectar will be transferred to my heart also. So in that song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us a lot of secrets, This is Sudha Bhagata Charana, Bhajana Anukula. This is why he says the dust of the lotus feet of the Vaishnava is like giving life to our bhajan. And if we connect to this song of Narottam Das Thakur, we understand, because this gives transcendental realization. Ooh, such precious dust, no? Yesterday I was coming for the first time in my life to this city of Chicago. Maybe for some of you, you're born here. I don't know if some of you are born here, but for me that's the first time in my life. And we were driving after the Harinam in the streets of Chicago, trying to find the way to the temple. And then I was thinking, Prabhupada came here. Do you know how many times Prabhupada came here in Chicago? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times? Few times. Prabhupada came. Prabhupada installed Kishore Kishori. Was he present for the installation of Kishore Kishori? Mm-hmm. So Prabhupada came in Chicago and blessed that city by the dust of his lotus feet. The dust that can give transcendental realization. Prabhupada is such a Vaishnava, such a very dear person to Kishore and Kishori. Very close to Radha and Krishna. Prabhupada came in this world to bless the Earth planet by walking all over. There had never been any Vaishnavas in entire history, I think I may say, of Earth planet that had been going all over the planet so much, no? Blessing all the planet with the dust of his feet. Now, Prabhupada has left us, and so we feel some emptiness. When such a Vaishnava like Prabhupada comes on our planet, then the planet becomes blessed. Even though this Bhumi, Earth planet, was already blessed by the appearance of Radha Krishna and Gornitai, even though it had already been blessed previously by the appearance of Ram and so many avatars, it became supremely blessed by the appearance of Radha Krishna and Gornitai. But then even Krishna wants to bless again this planet, so he's sending his associates also to continue traveling all over the world and create sacred places wherever they go. Because the Vaishnava like Prabhupada, wherever he goes, that place becomes a place of pilgrimage. Tirthi kurvanti tirtani. Wherever Prabhupada or such Vaishnavas like our Acharyas, we call eternal associate of Radha and Krishna, wherever they walk, that place will be transformed into a place of pilgrimage. It's a very special thing. Prabhupada is such a Vaishnava, no? Carrying in his heart the entire ocean of pure love for Krishna. It's very rare a person who is of such level of love like Prabhupada. It's extremely rare in this universe. We could say there is no one. It's very, very rare. So when such a person comes, even the entire universe becomes enhanced, becomes blessed. Everybody becomes benefited, knowingly or unknowingly. Because this is the rarest thing in this world is Premadana, the treasure of pure love for Krishna. This is the most difficult thing to find in this world. The most valuable though. Premadana Vina Daridra Jivana. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami wrote. If somebody doesn't have this treasure of pure love for Krishna, then the life of this person is miserable. Daridra means like very poor, homeless person in the street. No? Very, very poor. Daridra. Jivana. Our life is extremely poor if we don't have this love for Krishna. Premadana Vina. Vina means without. Premadana Vina Daridra Jivana. Therefore, we have to be humble that we are deprived of the greatest treasure. When we realize that we are deprived of the greatest treasure, we have to be very sad. Very sad in our heart, we have to feel, no? Very much aggrieved. Why am I deprived of that greatest treasure? And Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur adds on top of it, because the Vaishnavas, they like to always put one more layer, you know. And they say, that person who has not received even one drop of that love that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to distribute, that person is the poorest of the poor. Boom. Take this on your head. The poorest of the poor. This is our situation. Poorest of the poor. We call Adama. That's your name, no? Original name. Your parents gave you that name. It was meaningful. Krishna inspired your parents to give you that name. Oh, I thought you told me that the other day. But some people, they are named Adam. No? You are Adam? Oh, great. So, Krishna inspires your mother and father to give you that name, to make you understand you are fallen. That's your name. That you don't need initiation. You already have spiritual name, eternal name. We need to realize. Narottam Das Thakur sings, Patita Adama Ami. I am most fallen, most degraded person. If you realize your name, then you become a Vaishnava, according to the wife of Kaliya, Nagapatni. So they are considered great souls, no? Which sing their name. Jayo Nagapatni, no? Jayo Dvija Dasa. What is that? I forgot that verse. You know this song, Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna. Jayo Nagapat Nagakanyaga Jayo Dvija Patni Jayo Nagakanyaga. So we're singing their name, this wife of Kaliya. So they are great Vaishnavis. If we sing their name, we become blissful, no? Jayo Vijapatni, this wife of the Brahmana, we sing their name. Jayo Naga Kanyagan, we say all glories to them. All glories. Ebeyash Gushuk Tribhuvan. Even Sukadev Goswami singing their glories. According to them, they say, if you understand that you are fallen, then you become a Vaishnava. So we have Vaishnava. Narottam Das Thakur, who is such pure Vaishnava, is writing this. Adama, Pachita, Adama, Ami. Ami means I am. I am most fallen and degraded. If we embrace that feeling in our heart, then we will become Vaishnava. And with that feeling, then we can smear the dust of the Vaishnavas in our body. Because if pride is there, not possible to do so. No? We will think, why I should put that dust on my body? Come on, this is coming from the floor, no? It's dirty. But who has humility will be able to recognize, oh no, it's not dirty. This is transcendental ornament. Let me decorate my body with that dust. And by putting all over his body, he will get transcendental realization. That person will become successful in spiritual life. Others not. So first we have to find Vaishnavas, and then we have to collect that dust from their lotus feet. It's not only physical, it's in our heart. It's like accepting the greatness of these Vaishnavas and desiring, just even if we can't do it physically, if we just desire, if only I could smear my body with the dust of the feet of such person. Just by desiring to do so, we'll get the benefit also. Like Rupa Goswami said, just by thinking, I would like to go to Vrindavan, you already got the benefit of going to Vrindavan. Because devotion is not about what you're doing externally. Okay, we are doing things externally. Why? Because in order to awaken something internally. But even if we don't do externally, only by desiring to do it or meditating upon it, we get the same benefit. Like in the Nectar of Devotion, Srila Rupa Goswami explains, when we're worshipping the deity, whatever we offer within our mind to the deity, Krishna accepts it on the same level that we offer as what we offer externally to him. That means offering a flower to Kishore Kishori that we pick in the garden with our hand, or offering them a flower that we create in our mind, mentally placing that flower at their feet is the same level for Krishna. Krishna is fully satisfied with that. So much so that actually you can even worship the deities, everything internally. Pujari, they know this because before dressing the deities, we do that Manasa Puja. So you sit in front of them, and first you offer them everything mentally. And actually, just by doing so, the puja is complete. Also, after we do it externally, but we have to know, Manasa Puja is accepted by Radha and Krishna. So just by thinking about something, because Prabhupada explains in the Nectar of Devotion, explaining this statement of Rupa Goswami, he said, after all, mind is also matter. It's also one of the elements, no? Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, Kam, Mano, Buddhi, Evacha. Kam, Mano, Buddhi, Evacha. So the mind is one of the 8 elements. So whether you offer Bhumi, Apo, Nalo, that we offer for the arti, no? Flower is fragrance. Fragrance means earth. Apo is the water. We offer water to Radha Krishna. Nalo is the fire. We offer the lamp. Bhumi, Apo, Nalo, Vayu. So we offer these 5 elements when we are worshipping the deities. And we have to offer also the mind when we're doing the arti. Otherwise it's not complete. Not only 5 elements, 8 elements we have to offer to them. The ego we have to place at their feet. Our mind we have to offer. Kam, Mano, Buddhi, and our intelligence. Evacha. Krishna said, Evacha means don't forget about that mind also you have to offer to me. Man, Mana, Bhava, Mad, Bhaktu. This is actually the conclusion of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, okay, it's good you're offering me some flowers. It's very kind. Prabhupada said, you offer one flower to Krishna, Krishna will smile at you. Krishna, that will touch his heart already if you offer only one flower to Krishna. But one aspect, Krishna is satisfied with very little. No? Even one small flower you offer to Krishna, Krishna will be satisfied. But Krishna has also another aspect. Unless you give him everything, he will never be fully satisfied. So he always wants more. And Krishna wants more up to the point that he wants everything. So he says also, Man, Mana. This is nice, you're giving me that flower, you're dressing me, massaging my body. That's so nice. But I want also your mind. Why don't you give me your mind? Why doing so, you're thinking about so many crazy things. Because you want to keep your mind for you. That's why, the mind is going crazy. Thinking so many, because we want to keep the mind for us. That mind we don't want to offer to Krishna. Because we like to think about so many crazy things. Subtle enjoyment. This is called subtle sense gratification. Thinking about everything with our mind. While externally showing ourselves as a Vaishnava. But within the mind, we enjoy the world. A real Vaishnava, within his mind, he is offering his mind to Krishna. Savai Mano Padara Vindayo. Like Ambarish Maharaj, no? He was offering his mind to the lotus feet of. That's what Krishna wants. Krishna said, Man Mana, I want your mind and I want your heart. How do you say? Matchita Madgata Prana. Matchita. They gave me their heart. They gave me their life here. Prana. Matchita Madgata Prana. This is what Krishna wants. Matchita Madgata Prana. Bodhayantas Parasparam. Katayantas Chamanijam. Tushanti Cha. Ramanti Cha. So by giving our heart and our pran, our very life to Krishna, then we will experience Tushanti Ramanti. Means Tushanti means full satisfaction. Full satisfaction. And Ramanti means love. Full satisfaction and love comes only when we offer our heart and our life to Krishna. And also our mind, it comes. We cannot offer our heart unless we offer our mind. Love means you're thinking constantly about somebody. No? Like a young boy who loves a young girl. Prabhupada makes the example. He is always thinking about her. No? Externally not showing to his parents, or a young girl loving a young boy. No? Externally not saying to anybody. But within her mind, she cannot but stop thinking about that boy. No? Like Radhani said to Uddhava. When Uddhava came, she said, you know, we have been trying to forget this, your master, but we can't forget him. Every day we're trying, let's forget about Krishna. He is far away, he will never come back. He is with other beautiful young girls in Mathura. How he will remember us? That's already lost. Just forget about it and do your life. We are trying to do that, but we can't. Why? Because love is there. So if love is there, you can't think about something else. That's the symptom of love. So this is what Krishna wants from us. So rare, such a person like Prabhupada who is like constantly absorbed in Krishna's love. There is nothing else in the heart of Prabhupada than thinking about Kishore Kishori. Nothing else can enter into his mind, his heart, or his consciousness. The Acharyas, they explain to us, I think Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that actually for such Vaishnavas, in order to think about the things of this world is very difficult for them. They have to pull their mind down to this world. As much as for us it's difficult to focus on Krishna, we have to withdraw our mind, from all these material thoughts and trying to think about Krishna. For them it's the reverse. If they want to preach in this world, they have to remove their absorption from thinking about Krishna, and they have to think about the thing of this world. It's very difficult. That's why most of the time they lose their focus, and again they're thinking about Krishna. So when you speak to Vaishnava, sometimes he loses the tracks, and we say, what you were saying? No? And we lose the tracks. Prabhupada was a very absorbed person, very, very absorbed person. But out of compassion for the conditioned souls, the Uttama Adhikari Vaishnavas, when they come into this world, they also take the position of Madhyama Adhikari to be able to relate with the world. But we have to understand that Prabhupada was on a very high level of absorption on Radha and Krishna, very high level. We cannot understand what Prabhupada was seeing in his heart constantly. Like in 26nd Avenue, they say in the beginning, they were saying, when Prabhupada would close his eyes, they were thinking Prabhupada has some picture of Krishna painted on the back of his, how we call this, eyelids. Like this, when he closes his eyes, he can see some kind of childish appreciation. But that was a good feeling. Actually, we had such a person among us. They, in their heart, they can see everything from Radha and Krishna's eternal pastimes, because they are there. It's their reality, you know. As soon as they want, they are there. They can transfer from this world to that world in half of a second. We can see that in the life of Srinivasacharya, how so many times he would just go in Goloka, and sometimes even not coming back, so much so that his disciples, they become afraid, no? It's 3 days Srinivasacharya is sitting like that. Not one move, just sitting like that. He has not been moving. I was thinking, Gurudev is not moving since 3 days. What shall we do? They were anxious, you know. So they called Ramachandra Kaviraj, because he was the greatest disciple of Srinivasa. They say, Gurudev has not moved since 3 days. We don't know what to do. Could you try to do something? And Ramachandra Kaviraj came. You have to understand, these Vaishnavas, they're very beautiful. Huh? Ramachandra Kaviraj had long, wavy black hair, golden body, very delicate hands and feet, big lotus eyes, very associates of Mahaprabhu. And he sat next to his Gurudev and he said, okay, I will go to search for him. And he started in meditation like that. And he also became motionless. And then 1 day spent, 2 days. I was thinking, now 2 of them, they are not coming back. What's happening, you know? And like that. Because actually Srinivasacharya, in his spiritual form, he was searching for that nose ring or 2 ring of Radharani. She had lost in the Radhakund. While playing in the water, her 2 ring had slipped. And when she came out of the water, she realized. So she asked to her maidservant, please find it back. So they all started to dive in the Radhakund. They were trying to find, you know, 2 rings in the lake. It's not easy. So Srinivasacharya, actually, he was doing that. He was trying to find the ring, and they could not find. That's why he would just continue and he would not come back. But when Ramachandra Kaviraj went there also, because they are also Nityasiddhas. So when he went there, in his spiritual form, he found that, and he brought him back to his Gurudev, transcendental form of Srinivasacharya. Srinivasacharya is Mani Manjari, so he gave back to Mani Manjari. Then she brought back to Radharani, and then it was finished. Then Ramachandra Kaviraj and Srinivasacharya, they opened their eyes like that. So we have to understand Prabhupada same level. Prabhupada cannot be on a lesser level than Srinivasacharya. We don't realize, no? And now such a Vaishnava has left us. We have to feel very much sad about this. No? We have to cry that we can't get the association of such a person like Prabhupada. No? That feeling of separation is non-different from smearing all over our body the dust of the lotus feet of Prabhupada. No? If we can feel that separation from Prabhupada, we are smearing the dust of his feet all over our body. From that transcendental realization will come. You understand? This is a very secret aspect of bhajan. If we want to progress as Vaishnavas, if we want to experience what is the chanting of the holy name, then we have to feel the separations from the Vaishnavas. The more we will feel separation from the Vaishnavas, such Vaishnavas like our Acharyas, Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Bhakti Vinod, our own Guru Maharaj also, Rup Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, we have to feel that separation, no? Kahamora Swarup Rupa Kaha Sanata Kaha Dasa Raghunata Patita Pava Kaha Mora Bata Juga Kaha Kavira. All of them we have to. Kaha means where they are. Where is Rupa Goswami? Where is Swarup Damodar? Unfortunately, we are going on day after day thinking I am devotee, I am serving Krishna, serving the mission of Prabhupada, but we don't think, where is Prabhupada? The feeling is not there. We're not thinking, where is Swarup Damodar? Where is Rupa Goswami? We should be haunted constantly with this feeling. Where is Swarup Damodar? Where is Sanatan Goswami? Because they are here. Prabhupada said ISKCON is in Gaura Lila. That means we are inside the Gaura Lila. Just we don't have the eyes to see. No? If Gaura are here, then Rupa and Sanatan must be here also. They don't go separately. Wherever Gaura are here, all their eternal associates, they are also here. But the problem is we don't feel their separation. And actually, only through the feeling of separation we will be able to come in contact with them. That's why Narottam Dasa wrote this song. Kamora Swarup Rupa Kaha Sanata. If somebody makes that song one with his heart, that person already living in the pastime of Chaitanya and Nityananda. You understand? Already in the platform of association with the Vaishnava, the associate of Radha and Krishna, by the feeling separation from them. This is how we feel association. No? We experience association by feeling of separation. So we have to feel that separation of Prabhupada. How much we will feel separation from Prabhupada, that much we can call ourselves member of ISKCON. Not that I am a member of ISKCON. What kind of member? We never feeling, oh Prabhupada, where is Prabhupada? Proud member. No? Proud member. But we have to be humble member of ISKCON. Lamenting member of ISKCON. Crying member of ISKCON. Thinking constantly, where is Swarup Damodar? Where is Rupa Goswami? Why I cannot have their company? No? What is the end of the song? No, that's another song. Sei Saba Sangira Sangre Jekoilo Bila Sei Saba Napaya Kande Narotamodha. The Lord came with all these associates and he manifested all his pastimes. Jekoilo Bila. Say Sangha Napaya Kandi Narottam Das. But I am not, I am deprived of their association. I cannot attain. Napaya. Paya means obtaining, getting. Sangha. Say means them. Say Sangha Napaya. I cannot attain their association. Then what? Kandi. So I am crying. Narottam Das. Say Sangha Napaya Kandi Narottam Das. So these songs of Narottam Das Thakur, they are very great blessing upon humanity. If we can imbibe these songs and live by these songs, then very easily we will be transferred to sublime reality. This bhajan anukula will manifest in our heart. Then when we will chant the holy name of Radha and Krishna, the holy name of Kishore and Kishori, then so many feelings will come. Then we will feel the presence of Rupa and Sanatan. Then we will feel the presence of Prabhupada. That is called bhajan, a real bhajan. So by making these songs of Narottam and Bhaktivinoda one with our heart, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chititi Kuriyo Akya, and we will be transported into that reality. Because this is what they are feeling in their heart. Narottam Das Thakur telling us what he is feeling in his heart and giving us like access to that, like opening the door of his heart and allowing us to enter into this, the reality of his own divine feelings. And if we take that gift that he is giving to us, then that will come to our life also. So this is why we say the instructions of the Vaishnavas is non-different from the dust of their lotus feet. So smearing our body with the dust of the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas means also taking their words in our heart. And by doing so, we will get transcendental realization. We have to feel very much separation from Prabhupada. This is very, very important in spiritual life. How much feeling of separation we will have from Prabhupada, that much we will progress spiritually. The more we will feel separation, the more we will progress swiftly. Anartha nivriti will be removed. We will go through that anartha nivriti in few hours if we can feel separation from some person like Prabhupada. Very quickly we will attain Nishtha. Very quickly Ruchi will manifest in our heart by that feeling. But it is so difficult, to really feel that feeling. We have to cultivate and think about it. Because once we are able to enter into the stream of that feeling of separation of Prabhupada and our Acharya, and very swiftly we go. All the anartha will be removed from the heart. And the holy name of Radha and Krishna will become like magical. Transcendental realization will come as soon as we will chant. Because why? Because if we feel in our heart separation from those persons that are dearer to their heart than their own life. Because the same way that Krishna is dearer to his associate, than their own life. In the same way, Krishna's associate, they are dearer to him than his own life. So if we can feel separation from this person that Radha and Krishna, they are so much attached to, then Radha and Krishna will come also in our life. You understand? This is how they come in our life. Because then you don't need even to call for them. They will come. And when we will chant, everything will become sublime. Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna, and your life will become sublime. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Please give me your blessings. So all these words I have said might not be only lost, but will manifest also in my life. And they are not my words. I'm just sharing what I have heard from our beautiful acharyas. And Prabhupada is explaining all this in his books. Yes, Krishna book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada says, no? Like, Prabhupada said, you have to become a dog. Or generally we think Prabhupada said, we should not be like cats and dogs, no? But in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada said, you have to become like a dog. A dog of the Vaishnava. You know that story about Shivananda Sen? He found that dog. And Prabhupada writes, it is therefore required. He said, this is the power of associating with the Vaishnava. Even a dog. The subsequent consequence of associating with the Vaishnava is getting the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and going back home, back to Godhead. Even for a dog. This is what will come if you associate with the Vaishnava. So Prabhupada then writes, I was reading yesterday, Prabhupada then wrote, it is therefore requested. That's Prabhupada's request for you. Now I'm sharing with you Prabhupada's request for us. No? Prabhupada wrote, it is therefore requested that all members of our ISKCON society becomes pure devotee of Krishna, so that they can benefit humanity. Because if we become pure devotee, by associating with us, people will get consequent association with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they will go back home, back to Godhead. Because Prabhupada said, this is the consequence of association with pure devotee, is obtaining association of Mahaprabhu. If you associate with a pure devotee, then definitely you will get the association of Mahaprabhu. And then you will go back home, back to Godhead. So Prabhupada said, it is therefore requested, that's a request. When spiritual master is requesting, we have to follow, no? We have to say, yes, Guru Maharaj, I will do. No? Not like with our mouth only. There was this story, there was one guru, he asked to his disciple, can you bring me a glass of water, please? And this disciple told him, yes, Guru Maharaj. But he didn't move. So his spiritual master became a little bit doubtful, and then he asked a second time, oh, could you bring me a glass of water? And he said, oh, yes, Guru Maharaj. But still he didn't move. Then the third time he said, could you bring me a glass of water? And he said, yes, sure, Guru Maharaj. And he said, but you don't listen what I'm telling to you? He said, yes, I hear very much, Guru Maharaj. You said, could you bring me a glass of water? 3 times you said, Guru Maharaj. You understand? That means listening the Vaishnavas only with your mind, when you memorize what they say. But they're expecting that you apply what they're telling you. So when Prabhupada said, this is therefore requested from all the members of our ISKCON society that they will become pure Vaishnavas. That's Prabhupada's request. Therefore they can benefit humanity. Sometimes we say, we will be a great preacher, we will do that preaching program, we will bring so many people. No, we will give the mercy. But the best way to give the mercy to humanity is to become ourselves pure devotee. Prabhupada said in this purport. Therefore, thereby they will give the greatest benefits to humanity, because thereafter, by associating with them, people will obtain that grace of obtaining association of Mahaprabhu and obtaining and going back home, back to God. So that's Prabhupada's request to become. We have to become pure devotee. Pure devotee means he is feeling separation from the acharyas. That's the symptom of pure devotees. If in our life we don't have this feeling of separation, that means our life is empty. We are the poorest of the poor. That treasure we have to place in our heart and keep there and live with that. It may be a little bit difficult to live with that, but it will reveal itself with time to be actually a very beautiful life, full of unlimited feelings of love. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.